Imagine this. It's 8:30 in the morning. The market is about to open. Thousands of traders in Malaysia and globally are watching their screens ever closely, looking at every tick. In a few minutes, the prices will move, opportunities will present themselves, and decisions worth thousands, maybe even millions, will be made in just seconds. Hello and welcome to Kenanga Futures' first ever podcast. This podcast is where we will break down the fast world of futures trading one conversation at a time. Whether you're here to learn, explore, or even trade futures for the first time, you've come to the right place. I'm Ashok Kumar, your host for today, and in this episode, we will dive into the Malaysian futures market, some interesting facts you might not know, and our exclusive campaign just for you. Joining us today is Mr. Mohammad Aiman Arifin. Welcome and thank you for being on this show.
Morning, Ashok.
So maybe you could introduce a bit about yourself and tell us what exactly do you know about the futures market?
Thank you for the introduction. So my name is Muhammad Aiman bin Arifin. I'm the Senior Manager with Business Development Strategy with Kenanga Futures, Sdn Berhad. So just to answer to your question, where futures stands currently, I would say that definitely futures is entering into a very exciting phase. We are seeing technology and making trading more accessible than ever. Right? With the new gen embracing technology, adopting AI machine learning in their trading strategy, the futures landscape is being redefined consistently, right? It's evolving, unlocking new opportunities in the new era of futures trading.
So basically what I hear from you is that the combination of technology and market accessibility is changing the game for futures.
Yeah.
So perhaps maybe you could share with us some fun fact about the olden days of futures trading.
It's a very interesting question, Ashok, just to warm up ourselves before we dive further into what futures and the campaign is all about. So here's a fun one. Did you know that the futures trading actually started back in the 17th century in Japan? All started with rice, not oil, not gold. So it's rice, right? So back then, rice wasn't just about food. It was basically money. It's for everyone. Farmers and merchants in Osaka used the Dojima Rice Exchange to trade contracts for futures rice deliveries. So this way they could lock in their prices in the event that their harvest turns bad or the prices swung too much. So in sense, back then, the very first futures traders were actually just making sure that the rice are properly put on the table, literally.
Oh, that's very interesting. So maybe we could shift now towards a Malaysian perspective. So could you share with our viewers some interesting facts about the Malaysian futures market?
Sure. Did you know that the crude palm oil futures, the FCPO, which is the flagship product for Bursa Malaysia derivatives, in short BMD, is one of the most actively traded contracts in the market?
Wow.
Yeah. So FCPO has been there globally as a price benchmark for the crude palm oil market since the October 1980.
So basically FCPO is setting the global benchmark prices around the whole world.
Definitely. So it means that the price set here is very heavily influenced in buying and selling decisions around the world, from China to Europe and to the Indian continent. Yeah. So here's a second fun fact. Just wanted to give you a bit more context in terms of the Malaysian perspective. So in 2034, it was a record-breaking year for Bursa Malaysia derivatives in whole, and for FCPO specifically, approximately 19 million contracts were traded with a notional value of about 450 billion.
So that's a huge number, right? So for context to our listeners, the Malaysian economic output for 2024 GDP is about 422 billion.
Exactly. So which means that the total trading value of the futures crude palm oil, BMD, actually surpassed the country's entire economic output. So it shows that the massive globally importance of the palm oil futures in the market, not just for the Malaysian, but for international and globally price discovery too.
Incredible, isn't it? It shows how active and liquid the market is.
Yeah.
So I've heard that you mentioned notional value. So maybe you could tell to our listeners, what exactly does notional value mean and why do we use that compared to future prices?
Good question, Ashok. Good question. So the futures price alone doesn't tell the whole story because contracts represent a big chunk of underlying assets. That's why we use notional value, which is simply the contract size multiple by the futures price.
So that puts into perspective, right?
Yeah.
So I recently heard that there's a lot of individual investors coming into the futures market, right? And these individual investors, so-called, we call them the new generation, they're different from traditional investors. So maybe you could tell our listeners, what exactly are these new individual or new gen?
Okay. So unlike the traditional investor, the new gen are more digital literate and very tech savvy. So they know the in and out of the technology per se. So at the advanced level, they are not just using trading apps. Some are experimenting with open API and algorithm-based trading tools. So do you know that the new gen in Malaysia makes up approximately 23 to 25% of the total population? So the numbers are definitely growing.
It's good, isn't it, that it's becoming more accessible to everyone, and technology is the one leading the way in this.
Another fun fact just to share, what sets the new gen apart is how hungry that they are for the knowledge and information in the community. They don't just want to invest alone, they follow trading communities, join webinars, and discuss strategies in group chats. So they value transparency and quick information, which is why the platform with real-time data and education attracts them.
I think what you say about transparency, that is very important, right? Because nowadays people can verify information very quickly. So would you say that this new gen is the key for futures going mainstream in Malaysia?
Definitely. The futures of future might just be in the hands of the new generation of investor. So we at Kenanga Futures, we are building tomorrow today. By staying true to our values, we strive to inspire and empower the next generation of traders through innovation and enhance education to thrive in this dynamic derivatives industry. So hence that's why today, Ashok, I would like to introduce to you and to the viewers of our latest nationwide campaign, the Futures Awaken.
Awesome. So maybe you could share with our viewers what this campaign is about, the benefits, and why should people participate in this campaign?
So this campaign running until 30th of November 2025, Futures Awaken is dedicated to shaping the new generation of investor to enhance their financial strategies, redefining futures as the risk management tools amidst of the global economic uncertainties. So it's a fantastic opportunity for both new and seasoned traders in the market to sharpen their skills in fun and competitive arrangement. So they can explore different trading strategies, get hands-on experience with the market, and potentially win some really exciting prizes. So, but beyond that, it is also about learning. Participants get to engage with real-time market scenarios, which can help them become confident traders in the futures.
So it's not just about competition, it's about growth, right?
Yes.
And so for our listeners out there, if you feel like you want to put your hand in the game and try out futures, I think this campaign is just for you. So Aiman, maybe you could tell us a bit of what's behind the idea of Futures Awaken.
So building on the spirit of the upcoming Malaysia Day, Futures Awaken highlights the growing prominence of the global derivative space by showcasing Bursa Malaysia Derivatives (BMD) with their vibrant and dynamic products landscape, which serve as a gateway to new opportunities. So reflecting to our Kenanga Futures commitment to building a smart derivatives trading community, the campaign offers a curated digital learning journey of interactive e-modules and seminars. So all aim to foster financial literacy and empower Malaysian at its core to take charge of their financial future in the ever-evolving listed derivatives industry. So Futures Awaken is not just a campaign, it is an invitation to all, to you and me, to take control of the unpredictable world and to understand how futures can be the shield against the economic market volatility.
Amazing. And I'm sure everyone wants to know is what are the rewards and what can they win from this campaign?
Okay, so Ashok, Futures Awaken is a retail campaign where it's divided into three big categories. So A, B, C. So for part A, open a trading account with Kenanga Futures and trade BMD contracts to win a RM100 Lazada voucher. So this is applicable to participants who trade minimum of 10 BMD contracts and applicable to the first come, first served basis to all eligible participants. So the best part is you will get a free basic futures trading course for beginners, and on top of that, you will also have the opportunity to try out the gamification platform, our gamification platform, Kenanga Futures virtual trading platform. So as for part B, trade and highest volume, stand a chance to win the 300 ringgit Lazada voucher, and those eligible participants with trading volume more than 500 contracts will be rewarded with a 300 ringgit Lazada gift voucher. So this reward is applicable to the first 20 highest ranking eligible participants on a first come first serve basis. So as for part C, so this is a new one, Ashok. So we have not introduced this before in our campaign. So Kenanga Futures will be running a Kenanga Futures virtual trading challenge. Runs from 1st to 7th November. So this will open to retail public. So for top 5 eligible participants with the highest profit will receive 50 ringgit Lazada vouchers as well.
So this campaign is not just only a fun way to learn, but they also can win exciting prizes. Well, that comes to our today's episode. Thank you so much, Aiman, for being here with us and sharing us valuable insights.
Thank you for having me, Ashok.
And for our listeners, if you have learned something today and you're excited to know more about futures, you can just join our campaign and try it out. So if you would like to know more about our Futures Awaken campaign, you can visit our website at www.kenangafutures.com.my or join our Telegram channel at conversations@kenangafutures. So before we drop off, we would like to leave you guys with a little pop quiz. What is the second oldest commodity trading exchange in the world? Drop us a comment and we'll reveal it to you in the next episode. Thank you.